normal co-host. I am with a new host. Not that replacing Peter or anything. That wouldn't be fair to the man. You know, he's my boy. He's the boy of my dreams. But besides that, would you like to introduce yourself? You know, you got the whole audio issue fixed. You know.
He added a female to the podcast.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna record with Pete soon, probably tomorrow.
Oh,
you know, you guys aren't gonna know that.
Alright.
All in this together.
We're
High
recording
School
a
Musical is
podcast,
dope.
not a musical.
Let's talk about High School Musical.
No, we're not recording a musical. We're recording a podcast. Stay in character.
Yeah, but let's talk about High School Musical.
No.
You were talking about nostalgia. High School Musical.
Yeah,
is
well,
so
that was
nostalgic.
when I didn't allow my audio to be broadcasted, so we gotta start from scratch. And
Yeah, so let's talk about High School Musical.
we're in the middle of...
We'll come back. We'll come back to the story. It's just I want to talk about High School
You
Musical.
can't come back to the story if it hasn't been said.
Yeah, but I don't want like an old topic right now. I just want, you know, I want the conversation's fresh. I feel like talking about High School Musical. Okay.
To the viewers that aren't aware, we had an issue where I didn't allow my audio, so everything that was spoken
Yeah, and
was not recorded. So
didn't pick up. You know, we are not gay. We're full gay.
I'm gay for you, Michael.
A lot of people are. You're not special, honey.
I'll suck the soul out of you.
Yo, that can't be said.
I know. I just realized that. Okay. Hopefully you can cut that out.
Telling.
Can you cut that out?
Come here. Yeah. But I don't want to, but I will.
I found an ocean monument.
Ocean man, take me by the hand. I almost died. But you know, I'm not gonna talk about the game. You know, the game's just background. But you know, can we talk about High School Musical?
Why?
Because I used to watch that shit with my sisters, and I felt like a sister. I felt like a James Charles.
Hi, sisters.
Hey, sisters.
That's not how it goes. You uncultured swine.
I don't watch James Charles. I'm not gay.
I said uncultured swine. As in, you were saying it wrong because you said, hey, sisters. It's hi, sisters. I don't even watch them, and I know that. Hi, sisters. This is fucking cringe.
Yo, every fucking meme video, every fucking time someone makes fun of him, it's hey sisters. That's fucked up. We've been saying it wrong this whole time, gamers.
Should we talk about life stories?
Life stories. I want to talk about High School Musical.
Let's talk about bad experiences with,
Drugs?
No.
I can finally talk to someone about drugs and sex. Because Pete is a virgin. And has never smoked weed before.
I've done a lot of drugs. Calm down, you fucking monkey.
Oh. I feel like that's a shit world.
Actually, yeah, let's talk about drugs.
Drugs. Experiences with drugs. Drugs are so good for you.
They're really not. Michael, we have...
They're
you
not.
don't know how young viewers are.
They're gay and impressionable.
Anyway.
I get it.
I was in my sophomore year, and it was towards the end of the year, and That's when I was exploring marijuana, and I kind of fucked up my high school.
Marijuana.
You just ruined anything I say.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
You're very unpolite. It's not
I'm
nice.
sorry. I'm like a hype beast, bro. I'm just hyping you up. Just keep going with the story.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, it was towards the end of the day. It was, I believe, 8th period. Or 8th period, 4th period. And I was outside with...
Period. Keep going.
I was outside with my friends at the time, Kevin and Breezy, and I was smoking a cigarette. And they left to go back inside since it was towards the end of the day, and they left. Breezy was still there though, and these guys came over and they said they knew my brother, so they rolled a blunt and we smoked it. I was
I know
perfectly
exactly what this story is now. I didn't catch it at first, but now I.
I was perfectly fine. And then this big fat guy, Hawaiian man himself, Maui, he pulls out a pipe, and we do the pipe, and that's when I start feeling very unusual.
You're feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
My vision was very disoriented. I did not feel fine, and that's when I started vomiting blood, and I was very scared. And
Okay. If nobody knows what this substance is, you wanna tell them what this substance is?
the substance I smoked was laced marijuana, and it is not a fun experience. Do not smoke with strangers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
K2.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And they ditched.
Actually, K2's not laced. K2's synthesized marijuana.
What was laced?
Anyways, it fucks you up. Don't smoke it.
I later found
I
out
have
it was laced. With
it wasn't K2.
LSD.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I can't take or I can't smoke or do any drugs that impact your vision in any sort of way and make you do shit,
Oh, psychedelics?
Yeah, I
Can't do
cannot,
psychedelics?
because I'm epileptic and I can seize.
Oh.
And I was on the verge of a seizure, and it took me an hour to walk up to the school because of how disoriented I was. I felt like I was drunk, and they ditched me in the parking lot when I started throwing up blood because they knew I was fucked up. So
Yeah. Don't do that.
The life lesson is just do not fucking smoke with strangers, you crackheads. I'm just kidding, you guys are not crackheads. I don't know what you do on your spare time, but...
What if you could, like, besides the life lesson, what else would you give these fine people a word of information?
Do not do drugs.
Do not. Yeah. I mean, if you can avoid doing drugs, you probably shouldn't.
That would
But
be
at
the
the same
most
time,
smartest. No, like, try it once, and if you
Yeah, I was gonna
if
say,
you
like, drugs.
no, if you realize
experience.
how badly it can affect your life, don't do it. Because of the fact that when I did it, I fucked up my chances of going to my dream college because I failed that year. And I have to retake, I have to be a senior 2 years in a row due to it. And it does, choices like that do fuck you up, sadly. It's all fun and games until you're actually noticing what you did.
So, my experience with Laced, aka K2, whatever it was, I still don't know what it was to this day. But I know that it wasn't just purely weed. I smoked with my friends. She knows who they are. They won't be named. We can call them P. Diddy and Alcatraz. So, you good there?
Yeah.
Was it that funny?
I was taking a fat jewel rip.
So, Alcatraz had some weed, and we were like, "Oh yeah, dope. Let's smoke some weed." So we went to P. Diddy's car, and we went to one of our regular smoking spots, and P. Diddy was like, "Yo, roll up that weed, homie," and so we rolled it up. And then, fucking, it was like lunchtime. So we got back to school right in between lunch. We got some snacks from the cafeteria, like always. You know, Alcatraz hooking it up. Alcatraz is the boy. But all of a sudden, during like my next period class, right after lunch, I started getting like mad wooziness, and oh my god, I forgot that we also smoked with someone else. We I don't remember who it was, but we did smoke with someone else, and all four of us afterwards said that we experienced the same thing. But I just started getting mad wooziness, and I felt like throwing up. I felt like fucking straight shit. And
We already got demonetized.
But I fucking I can't stand it anymore. I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna throw up. So I get up, I asked the teacher if I can go to the bathroom, and there was a sign out sheet. And a joke that my friend would do, now that I think about it, was he would write down the name of the teacher when he would sign out. Because it was just very funny. That's just a quick little side note. But I get up, and as I'm writing my name down,
You threw up.
I just started, no, I didn't throw up. I just started getting mad tunnel vision. Like, my vision was just slowly honing in. And it was like the fucking scariest thing of my life, because I was just sitting there like, am I gonna fucking die? I mean, also doing drugs is like a great way to like know the
yourself.
dangers of it. I mean, yeah, you could, but you can warn a lot of other people.
Yeah.
So, you know, if someone listens to this and they're thinking about like smoking weed or something,
Just be
you gotta
mindful.
know that it's actually weed. Yeah.
Be very
Um,
conscious of like what you're doing and like where you got it from, and just
Yeah,
knowing what
so-
the fuck you're doing.
I went to the bathroom and I fucking walk in and I just instantly fucking can't even make it to the toilet. I get to the stall and I just collapse. And my head almost hit the rim of the fucking toilet. And
Dude, he stands on your forehead.
yeah, like I could have fucking bashed my head into the toilet and fucking died probably.
He fucking dude,
not,
he
but,
stands on your forehead.
But
I'm sorry.
eventually, I passed out, and I passed out all the way until the end of the day. And I wake up, and all of a sudden, I hear a person's voice, and it actually the voice of an ex-girlfriend of mine. I'll tell that story someday. But all all I hear is, yo, this school's fucked up. Someone's throwing up in the bathroom. And like I'm pretty much completely fine now. And I get out and I notice that I'm not in the boys' bathroom. I'm in the girls' bathroom. And I collapsed and passed out on the floor for like at least a solid hour and a half. But I get back to last period. My friend P Diddy's in there, and I ask him like, "Yo, did you experience anything like that?" And he's like, "Yeah, like, you know, I mean, not as fucked up, but you know, pretty much the same shit." And fucking once last period ends and we start going home, we all group up at P Diddy's car and we're just like, yo, like, what the fuck? And Alcatraz is just like, yo, sorry about that. That was my bad. You know, should have been more cautious on that. And we're just like, being the stoners we were just like, oh, it's all good, man.
Do you ever just peel the shell
Like,
off your
you
oranges?
You just drop it. Yeah. I actually eat the shell on my orange.
I mean, like, when you peel off the first shell, do you peel the second shell off?
Like the little flimsy skin, like the white skin part?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I sometimes I sometimes peel grapes because it's satisfying to me.
I'm gonna send you a picture, and you should, when I send it to you, just after I ask, about, or tell you about, like, the second shell, just put this picture in, like, on the screen.
I don't know if I want to edit this thing or not. So it might be there, it might not. Probably won't, but yeah. Yeah. Don't do drugs. It's a key thing. You know, I've lost a lot of friends
I told my
to
boyfriend.
drugs.
I told my boyfriend like an hour ago that I would FaceTime him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, what up? Yeah, you want to include your audio, bud? You know, we're just doing podcast, dude. You can just hop in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm playing Minecraft on the world. Yeah.
The one, the dirt dick.
Yeah, the dirt dick world. Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
epic.
just don't do drugs. You have any drug stories, AC-130? You know.
Well, except for my sister being affected by drugs, and when she came home fucking, well, I don't want to put intoxicated. Yeah, other than that,
Yeah.
I'm clean. I'm a clean atheist boy.
Then get out of here.
I remember my
Shut up.
sister showed up to my house drunk, and she was talking to my mom, and it was loud as fuck. And my mom was yelling at her, and she's like, "You're fucking drunk!" And like my sister's like, "No, I'm not drunk, Mom. I'm not drunk. Mom, you're drunk." And then she just fucking throws up all over the fucking stairs. And she's like, "I'm not drunk." And then fucking my mom slaps her. She starts crying, runs upstairs. And then apparently she's laying down with my little sister. And she's like, "Yo, eggnog." Oh, that's what I'm gonna call her, for the sake of it. Eggnog. I love you. Eggnog. I love you. Eggnog. Don't be like me. Eggnog. And then she just fucking vomits all over the bed in my little sister.
That's nice.
Like, yeah.
I have a story on that premise. So,
Yeah. What's the story?
it was back when me and my ex were dating. and his parents and grandparents went out of town. And at the time, he was still
Isn't your
living.
ex like native? Isn't he native?
He
Or is he
was
Puerto Rican or what is he?
he was Filipino.
Puerto.
Filipino. Oh,
Anyway,
so pretty much
so-
a bit of everything.
just Filipino. His parents and grandparents went out of town, so he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw a fucking party at my grandparents." And his sister, for later in the story, his sister also threw a party, but at the parents' house. So
Yep.
anyway, I don't know if you know what hot damn cinnamon schnapps are.
Yeah, schnapps. Yep. Cinnamon schnapps.
A large bottle, and to people that don't know, it is a hard liquor like Fireball, except a little bit
Oh,
stronger.
Yeah, stronger than Fireball.
And
What up, Ace?
there was a large bottle.
We're doing a podcast right now, Ace.
And it was in his mini fridge, and it was half full. So I have that just sitting in my lap and go to his grandparents, and it's around a couple hours later. It's like 8:30, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna start drinking. This was the first time I ever drank.
See you later, man. Have a good time.
This is the first time I ever drank, and it went a little wild. First, I started doing shots, and I'm like, fuck it. And I threw the shot glass after 5 shots. I threw it on the floor, and it broke. And I started drinking out of the bottle, and by that point, I'm drunk. And he took it from me, and was like, you're done. And I'm like, no. And we're sitting outside, so he put it on the floor next to him to make sure I can get it. And there was a door behind him, so I snuck through that door and took it and went over to the girls that were at the party at the time. And they're like, you can do it. Chug it. Being the retarded person I am, I chugged it. Let me mention,
Retard.
half full, large bottle. I drank probably 30 shot glasses. Like, that's how much was in the bottle. Like,
Holy
30
shit.
shot glasses full. And I was extremely intoxicated. And girls they told me, they're like, just follow me to the bathroom. You'll be alright. And we were walking through the living room. And I'm like, okay. And I fall on my ass and start laughing. And I black out. And I later found out, after I fell and blacked out, I threw up all over myself. And my boyfriend had to carry me to the bathroom, put me in the bathtub, strip me down naked, and put his shirt on me. And he wrapped a towel around me, and him and his friend carried me to the guest bedroom, and I'm laying on my side towards the wall. And I was crying and apologizing because I didn't know what it felt like to be fucking drunk. And I was scared. And as soon as I start crying, I threw up all over the pillow, the headboard, the wall, and my boyfriend's friend's girlfriend. And when I say I threw up on the pillow, I was laying on my side, so it pooled up by my face. And I passed out again. And he carried me to his grandparents' bedroom, and I remember rolling out of the bed and bear crawling to the bathroom because I felt like I was gonna puke. And I fell asleep, and they didn't know where I was. I was in the guest bathroom, and they spent an hour looking for me. And they found me laying by the toilet, one of the girls, and she's like, "Hi." I'm like, "I don't feel good." And she's like, "Okay, do you like want anything?" I'm like, "Alcohol." And she's like, "No, I'm gonna get you some water." And I'm like, "Okay." And she told my boyfriend where I was, and for some reason I got mad. And I told him, "Get the fuck out of my house." And I'm not even a part of that family, and I automatically assumed, like, this is my house. I was in a stranger's house, thinking that it was my own. But I remember, frankly, after I was put back in bed, the next morning I wake up. I don't have a headache and I don't feel hungover. Because of the fact that I drank so much, I was still drunk. And still throwing
still drunk
up.
till the next day.
Still throwing up. And I realized there's blood on the bed. If you don't know what that means, Michael.
Oh god.
I got it.
Yeah, I was fucking traumatized. And,
So you vomited out both ends.
yeah.
Jesus.
And,
I never did.
and so I'm by the toilet throwing up alcohol still, and he's like,
Did you like
got
taste it? Like when you vomited?
Yeah, it was just the alcohol because I didn't eat or drink anything that night.
Yeah.
So that's where I fucked
I've
up.
drank a lot, but I've never been like fully drunk. I really want to experience it.
Fucking, he's like, you gotta eat something to kind of clear your system. I'm like, okay. So he brings me keep this in mind. He brought me a soda. Keep that in mind. And he also brought me a banana.
Yeah?
So
Oh no.
I eat that and I threw up
It's like
even
the
more.
same shit as Mentos.
Exactly. I threw up more than that and carried the soda with me, and he went to his parents' house. And his sister didn't clean up the house, and it reeked like marijuana. And there's people sleeping on the couches, and he got mad. He was like, you need to fucking clean this house right now before they come home. Because they were coming home that day. And I went down. I left my... Keep this in mind. I keep my soda on the kitchen counter upstairs. And I go downstairs to fall asleep in his bed with a giant bucket next to me. And I'm partially passed out. And I guess the argument escalated because his sister came downstairs with my soda and started pouring it all over his Jordans. And then she came over to me, started pouring it all over me in the bed. And
What a cunt.
he comes in, grabs her by the shirt, and fucking whips her around and throws her out of the bedroom. And it turns into a fist fight. He's not punching her, he's just pushing her away while she is fucking throwing haymakers at her older brother. And I stumble out to watch it, and
You threw up.
Actually, I did. She ran upstairs, and he looks at me. He's like, "I'll pick that up later. Just don't worry about it." I'm like, "Okay." And she and him go outside, and that's when shit escalated even more. He threw her pillows off her bed into the cornfield, and she started like punching him in the head and kicking him, and he got so angry he picked her up and slammed her to the ground and pinned her head to the ground, and she was crying and demanding that somebody gets her inhaler, even though she's just fine, just perfectly fine. And I broke it up and tried to calm her down. And he went down in his room and he was crying just out of pure anger. And I sat on the bed and he threw his office chair at the wall and smashed his acoustic on the ground. I was fucking terrified. And he said on...
He's fucking crazy.
Why do you think I broke up with him? And he's like, I didn't want to do that, but she just wouldn't fucking quit, and all this shit, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's okay. And I threw up on the bed. And
I actually...
Again.
Oh.
his sister called his parents, or their parents, and he got kicked out. So while we were packing up his stuff, his parents yell, "Where the fuck is let's call her, Shane Dawson."
Okay, Shane Dawson.
So they're like, "Where the fuck is Shane Dawson?" And Shane Dawson ran away. So, Michael Jordan.
R.I.P. Shane Dawson.
Michael Jordan ran out to go find her. So I packed up Michael Jordan's things.
Jordans.
Yeah. And packed up everything. Put it in his car. And they couldn't find her for 3 days. But the life lesson of this is,
I think I know what you're talking about. Cause like there's like some shit about that. And, like people were kind of on some shit about it.
it was over in Sergeant Bluff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, if that doesn't let people know, where you live, I don't know what will. But
I don't even live in Sergeant Bluff.
you said it's up in Sergeant Bluff. There's like,
I don't know what direction I am in. If anything, I could be up, like in the sky, for all I care.
you're right.
Anyway, the life lesson of this is don't get
Don't
carried
drink.
away without. No, not that you can't drink. Don't get carried away.
Don't care. Yeah, I was gonna say moderation. It's all about
Yeah.
moderation. The
Don't
whole
be-
theme of these stories is moderation.
Don't be like,
So
I can do this. Be like, I can't do
Yeah.
this. You know.
I'm about to tell a story from the other perspective, from the boyfriend's perspective. So when I was dating a girl, we'll call her Hillary Duff. When I was
Who else would you-
dating this girl, Hillary Duff, she
Who
was
else
a
would
very
you be
big
dating?
party girl. And Hillary Duff liked Fireball and UV Blue. Those were like two favorite drinks, party girl drinks. Yeah. I dated her for like a year and a half. And this bitch fucking was on some shit whenever she would start drinking. I remember multiple times of me trying to help her. One time she took like mad Jello shots, and she was like drunk as hell. And I was like, okay, yo, we're putting you in the shower and then, you know, you're going to bed. And she's just fucking completely fucked. And I put her in the shower and I go grab her clothes and I like can't find certain shit. So it takes me a little bit. Cause I'm trying to like find shorts for her. So it takes me a little bit and I get back and the fucking like she's laying down with her head like towards the drain, having like the fucking bathtub fill up. And it's filled up to like half her fucking face. And she's like passed out. So she's like inhaling water. Or she could have been inhaling water through her fucking nose. And I get her up. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, loud as shit. And then she just wakes up and she's like, what? So I just get her up. I fucking put her clothes on. And I throw her in the fucking bed. And then she's just wanting to, like, have sex. And I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna go fucking lay down on the couch. You enjoy your night. And, yeah, one of the fucking parties we went to one time, she had a really fucking drunk fucking friend. And I was like, yo, just chill out. It's all good. And there's this whole scare that this party was getting busted and that the cops are coming and we all had to leave. And, you know, cops never came, so fuck that. So what I had to do was I had to carry this fucking drunk ass bitch out and fucking like down several fucking blocks on my shoulder while holding on to my fucking Hillary Duff girlfriend. And I'm just running down the fucking street while like half-ass sprinting with a drunk girl on my shoulder and a drunk girl by the hand. And it was cold as shit. It was like January in like fucking Iowa, which is like the coldest fucking month for Iowa. And I was just like, yo, like I fucking can't do this. So I get her off my shoulder and I'm like, yo, go with this group. They know where you live. I live fucking clear across over here. I'm just gonna fucking walk home. It's not that far from my house. It's not that far from your house. I'm going with her and her friend. Another friend of my girlfriend. And, yeah, they just come with me and we walk this whole fucking bike path back to my house. And it's fucking freezing. And the friend that was actually really cool, I still think she's pretty cool. And she's wearing only like fucking slippers while we're just walking this whole bike path. And I'm just like, this fucking sucks. I'm so pissed off. I'm just walking with these two fucking homeless looking women behind me. And I get to my house eventually and I'm fucking pounding on my door. And no one will answer the fucking door. And I'm just like, yo, I just need to get inside. I just need somewhere warm to sleep for the fucking night. And no one's answering. So we're just sitting outside for like an hour. And eventually, the friend that's with her, we'll call her fucking Satavia. Sodomize.
Call her Karen.
Karen. Okay, Karen. Karen called her grandma. She lived with her grandparents. And her fucking grandma was on her way. And it was like a good like another 30 minutes we had to wait out. And we already waited for about an hour. And I was like pounding on the door like every like 5 minutes. And her fucking grandma like is trying to find the house, and she passes. And she's still just driving down the fucking road. And me, like a bolt of lightning, fucking runs down the sidewalk, jumps fucking over my stairs, down more sidewalk, and then I vault over this fucking huge pile of fucking snow without touching it. Like, I don't even know how I fucking did this. And then I just fucking run fast as shit down the fucking road. And I fucking slap the back of her grandma's fucking car. And I honestly could outrun Usain Bolt, because this bitch was at least driving like 15 miles an hour. And I was running that fucking fast. And if one thing I also get out of this story is when a person is like in dire need of something, the human body just kicks into complete fucking overdrive. And it's completely amazing. But yeah, I fucking slapped the back of her car. And she starts to speed up. And then I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna stop. And then she recalls her grandma and she's like, yo, that was him slapping on the back of your car, like, to stop. And then she turns around. She sees me standing in the middle of the road. We get in the car. We go back to her fucking house. She drops us off. And my, like, feet are, like, freezing cold, and so are my cheeks. And, like, I thought I was gonna get, like, severe frostbite. So I just hop in the shower, she goes to bed, and I'm, like, sitting in the shower with, like, moderate temperature water, because, you know, you're not supposed to put it all the way on the hot, or shower in hot water when you could have a risk of frostbite. And, I must have sat in that, like, lukewarm shower for, like, fucking an hour. I was so fucking cold. I was so fucking pissed. I really just wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
But, you know, afterwards, I met the cool girls, fucking Karen's grandma, on Better Circumstances. We went to go have dinner with them. It was nice.
Can I
So if
pause you for
anything-
a second?
Yeah.
Sir, that music is distracting our podcast.
Yeah. So if anything, get yourself a drunk girlfriend if you're young, because you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot from a party.
So yes, there's not really a lot of drunk girls where I fucking live. There's one, but she's fucking insane.
Sir.
Yeah, you really don't want a party girl though. Party girls are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about our first date now?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! What first date for me?
Me and Michael.
AKA Milky Moon, AKA
Michelangelo.
with young.
Do not say young Velma. Yeah.
She doesn't look like Velma, by the way.
I look like an e-girl.
But we do know someone who does look like Velma.
Fucking Miss Piggy. Anyway,
Yeah.
you fucked her too.
Yeah, I did.
That was
Out of pure anger.
Out of pure anger, you fuck
'Cause of me.
someone.
Yeah, I was mad at you for the whole fucking
Logan thing.
Logan Paul thing. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
Fuck out of pure anger.
This is an adventure to Petco.
The Adventure to Petco. So, it started out, I went to a friend's house, and we're chilling, and at one point I accidentally found her dildo. Scared times.
Describe the dildo.
Yeah. She told me where her outlet was, and instead I found a clear dildo. Anyway, so I was chilling at my friend's house, and I get a snap from the little cow in this party, and he complimented my beautiful green villager loving emerald eyes. And
Yo, I should have used that line. Fuck. You have beautiful
Anyways.
eyes. You have beautiful villager emerald green eyes.
And so he's like, you have really beautiful eyes. I'm like, thank you. And so we met up because I tried convincing my friend, like, hey, I want to hang out with this dude. Like, he seems super cool. And he's kind of cute. She's like, alright.
This isn't gonna end well.
And we met up and we went to fucking Petco. At the time, I didn't know that this man was high off medication. So he seemed unamused with everything. And so we go to Petco and I'm looking at the ferrets. I'm like, Mike, look at these ferrets, man. They're so cute. And he's like, he looks me dead in the eye and goes, wow.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Wow.
And so, we're looking at the fucking lizards, and then we're like, okay, let's go do something else. And
Wizards.
so we decided it's such a good idea to go up in the hills. It's near winter, let me just mention that. And we make a small campfire, and I'm so shy that I don't want to tell him, like, hey, you're cute as a button, man. Let me suck your pee-pee. I'm just kidding. So
No, you
We-
aren't. That's exactly what you were thinking in the moment.
yeah.
But
My friend was there, so I couldn't. Anyway, we made a campfire, and I scoot in closer to Michael, and I put my head on his shoulder. I don't know what was going through his mind. He was silent. Thought he didn't like
it's
me.
very silent. I pulled you in
And-
closer though, so you can't say that I didn't. You know, I tugged on you. I clenched.
Even
Um,
though it was near
Yeah, I was a
winter.
very shy fucker at the time.
It was near
I
winter,
had no
and I was
self-expression.
It was near winter, and it was very cold. This man did not give me his sweatshirt, and it was cold as fuck. I was mad about
Shy.
it.
Plus, I don't want to be cold myself.
Fine lady should be offered a sweatshirt. Anyway,
I'm a fine lady.
and
Of course you are.
so we leave and we depart back to our homes, and I get a snap back from him at like 10. My friend's passed out. And so the Snapchat that he sends me reads, "Come over." And I'm like, I can't, because her grandparents were awake and I didn't want to be that person, you know? And I really wanted to, but I couldn't. And I'm like, I can't, like, if I could, I would. I'm sorry. And he's like, come on, just for a little bit. And he's fucking begging me like a
Yes.
little fiend.
I sound like a dick. Oh my god.
And
I'm not the same way now. Like now, if like no is the case, I'm so glad I'm
But
matured
like,
and
anyway,
stuff. Like fuck, dude.
we
Same.
a week or so later we meet up, and he's living with a person that I cannot describe.
P Diddy.
Yeah, P Diddy. Because of
And
some
his brother, no gang crackhead.
no gang crackhead, and
That's nice.
I come over and bring coleslaw, and he offers me a spoon. The nice.
Oh no, that wasn't at P Diddy's house.
Yeah, no, I never went to P Diddy's house. Anyway,
That was what can we
that
call
was
him?
Bill Nye.
That man's a legend. I love that man.
Bill Nye was a good man, and his cute little dog
You gotta
Finn.
meet him. Yeah, Finn.
Finn the
And
dog.
his kids.
Yeah. But I bring coleslaw and I'm munching on it, and he's playing video games. And he complains about the fact after we kissed that all he could taste was that yummy nummy coleslaw. And I'm gonna die. Fuck. Oh, no, fuck.
And I did complain about the coleslaw, but I was a high school boy, so you know, pussy's pussy. So I still went for it. You know, it happened. Things happen.
Yeah,
And, you know,
we started dating, and this man left me lone cold because he was
Good.
scared. You pussy.
scared of commitment, and I was scared of things changing, and I was frustrated. It was a dark time in my life. And if I ever blow up on YouTube or anything like that, you know, I'll
That's gonna go
I'll
for your
tell the
story.
story because it's a very fucking close to me story, and you know, you can't get one part of it. If I tell even one part of it, I have to tell the rest because all of the events just tie in, and it's a long, yummy story.
But this man.
And
is
it
very-
will make people cry, so
This man is a very
I also
good
don't
man.
want to do that.
Like, I have no grudge against him. He has always been a good person. Always kind-hearted, cares about how people feel. he's also kind of cute, unless... Just kidding.
But
Unless... He is very down-to-earth, and I really appreciate him. I've known him for, like, 3 years. And I will not complain about anything. I love you, man.
Not gonna lie, I regret the decision I made that day when I broke up with you, and you know, but at the same time, I'm glad that we, you know, were able to patch stuff up, and I wouldn't change that at all.
Yeah. Talk about the fact that
You
Miss
know,
Piggy
if
slept with
anything-
my ex.
Yeah. If anything, if we were to ever get back together, it'd make it way stronger. Just because everything we've gone through together just really has shaped out our relationship. And
And your mom likes me.
yeah, and my mom likes you, which is very rare. My mother doesn't like anyone. But she don't like my last girlfriend. She knew something was off about her, and you know, she was right. Quick little tidbit, that girl, fucking, I was on her phone. We hadn't like broken up yet, and I was just watching YouTube videos, and all of a sudden I just keep seeing fucking messages from this dude, and then they're pretty like fucking, you know, suspicious because like they just keep coming up, and then like I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? And I can't help myself, and I look at the messages. I don't do this because I want to trust my like partner, but like when someone is just like clearly flirting, like you could just, and you're seeing it in front of you, and you're just like, why? You gotta look at it. And I did, and this bitch was like talking about getting her hair played with and how she never has gotten her hair played with, and you know, this bitch right here knows that I play with hair. I play with hair a lot.
Yeah.
And
Like you.
and
like,
I was like, yo, bitch, like I was literally playing with your hair before you went to bed.
like the amount that you play with fucking hair is to an extent that you could make hair dread
Money.
because
Money.
you can make
I should just
Like a business.
I should just play with hair for a living.
like
I'll be the Belle Delphine of playing with hair.
yeah, like you make like you don't make like you play with hair to an extent that you could make a dread from just playing with hair. Cause
I just make the world at peace.
Yeah.
When I play with hair.
So like,
What are you? Are you
yeah.
throwing up? Yo, this is
Oh
gonna be
no,
in it.
Grandpa's. Oh wait, she's on the server.
Oh no, Grandpa's choking. Can we hear you throw up?
Like, I ate a bad orange.
Too much coleslaw.
Oh no, no.
Oh.
No.
Yo, go to the bathroom right now.
I'm beating myself.
Go to the bathroom. Can I hear one? I just want it in the podcast when I upload it. That's how I want to end it off. I want to hear you throw up, and then I want to like, you know, we'll close this off. Oh my god. Go to the bathroom right now.
Come on. Oh my, go to the
I just
bathroom.
puked up a
Yeah.
mushroom.
Nice. Wait, what the fuck? You ate an orange. And peas.
And now came a mushroom.
You pretty much eat baby food. I've just noticed that.
Oh my god.
All you eat is fucking baby food. That is what your diet consists of. But you know, I feel like we can end it here. This
make
is
some
probably the best
mushrooms.
Podcast.
Let's make some mushrooms
this is
and
probably-
oranges.
Let's make it a fucking mushroom stew. Yeah, but that's gonna be it, guys. I feel like we got a lot done. You know, we talked about drugs, not doing drugs. Talked about shitty fucking party girls. We talked about fucking.
I'm
Talked about all this stuff.
gonna puke.
We talked about, you know,
I'm gonna puke.
relationships dying and coming back, and then we just talked about so much on this podcast. I feel like it was a good one. And then now she's about to throw up, and we're gonna hear it right now.
Yep.
Oh! I heard it come out. Oh.
If you're trying to
Yeah,
ruin my
so-
appetite, you're failing miserably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, boys. I'm gonna end this podcast here.